Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition for the Book of the Week on Brushes of Doom YouTube channel. This week, I have one of my most favorite books that I've coveted for over, I don't know, 5 to 6, 7 years, something like that. But this is the man and the artist that got me into art as a child. The beautiful vividness of storytelling and just the beautiful artwork that is illustrated through pencil, pens, acrylics, watercolor, airbrush. I mean, just the physical aesthetic of what made artwork great back in the 80s and 90s when they were doing movie posters. And that's pretty much where this is at as a whole with the book. If you do not know Drew Struzan as a person, you definitely know his work. He's done iconic movies such as Big Trouble in Little China, Indiana Jones, Harlem Nights. I mean, all the way down to Star Wars, Hellboy, Harry Potter, Adventures in Babysitting, Police Academy. I mean, you can go on and on and on. But the beautiful thing about this book is that when I collect art of books, is I like to see a collection of work that also has a lot of reference and why the work was done. Now, if you haven't actually heard of Drew, like I said before, and you're fortunate enough to look up on YouTube and or on Netflix, you can look up the documentary known as Drew. Just simple out Drew with a beige background to it. That is the life work and story of Drew Struzan, the artist, which is not only inspiring, but would wow you on how much of a crazy ride this guy's had to go through over the years to not only bring these ideas to life, but the hell that goes behind them sometimes. When you're a kid, I think the number one thing that I try to remind myself is that I would look at all these VHS covers and I would think, man, I want to see that, or I want to see that based off the cover. Like the entire story was told, whether it was accurate or not. A big story was told from that cover. So to be able to see these things and judge an entire film, an entire, legacy or trilogy that you're passionate about by one photo is an extreme amazing feat. And this book covers all the hundreds of different ways over decades of film that would help us eventually, give it a nostalgia, give it a face to when we think of these movies. It's captured in essence by these photos. And the one thing I truly like about this book is they describe not only how these came to be. You have like the art of hammer, which I will be covering in another book of the week. But Drew talks about how the importance of hierarchy, the importance of how big a character should be in relation to another character, how colors should affect the entire, the overall effect of it, how composition works in different shapes and shades. So it's amazing to see that, plus the dozens of thumbnails that keep you on your toes, seeing all these different versions of things and artwork kind of inspires you to remind yourself every other day that when you finish one sketch, do 6 more until you finally find what it is that you're going to actually be set on and passionate about. Give it everything you got, because one way may not be the final way, but whatever way you find at the end of it will be well worth it. If you want to find more out about this book, if you want to grab yourself a copy, there will be a link down below. You're always welcome to check out more free books, podcasts, and everything else at BrushesofDoom.com. And we will see you here next week for Book of the Week. Make sure to grab and pick this one up.